Hey guys, it's Chris from Thunderbolt Defense. We're going to do some reload practice this morning. What we're going to focus on is the reload, obviously, because it's reload practice, but the focus is going to be on the presentation as you drive the gun back out, get a good trigger press and all that stuff. Typically what people will do is they're chasing a part-time, they're chasing their fast, slick reload, and then as soon as that, if they're doing an emergency reload, as soon as this goes in, the drill's over and we're just cooking a shot off wherever. We don't know where it's going. We don't know if it's hitting or not. Sometimes it'll hit, sometimes it doesn't. I've even literally seen people practice reloads, not dry, because you usually don't see people dry fire unless you're going on the internet. But I've seen people at a live fire range practice reloads into no target. And when I just sort of inquired, like, hey, why are you doing that into no target and not you don't know where the shot's going? He goes, well, I can get the hit. I'm just trying to do the reload really fast. Well, when you put target up, you might find out that you're not getting a hit. So let's change, and that's not to say that you can't go and do these fast reloads and run the part-time and not give a shit about the back end of it. But you do have to come back to it at some point and actually care about that, building a good grip coming out and getting a good trigger press on that, after you get the reload done. Because if you don't practice that, you won't do it. You'll do the reload and then it'll be panic fire for 4 or 5 rounds after you do that reload. Okay. I often used to see it in, I shot a lot of local USPSA a couple years ago, and I would often see in the local USPSA matches, guys would be good. They'd do their reload and move positions, and then it was like looked like they were spraying targets up with a machine gun. And it was funny because they would be like, the first array, 8 rounds, it would be alpha, shooting great. And then they'd move, do their reload, grips fricked up, and then it's like alpha, delta, Charlie, because they didn't pay attention to building that grip back up and then shooting properly after the reload. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to give myself, like I said, decent part time. Perfect. Okay. You guys hear my dog? If you don't have a dog, we probably can't be friends. Here we go. And don't cheat either. When you're doing this stuff, make sure your clothes are sitting where they're going to sit and the magazine's sitting how it would typically sit in your pocket and all that stuff. Don't cheat it. Or if you have mag pouches, whatever. All right. Yeah, that's plenty of time if I don't mess up the reload, but I'm kind of messing up the reload a little bit right now, but that's why we practice. Here we go. There we go. That one was much better. Oh yeah, I got all day on that when I don't mess the reload up. Okay. Say 2.5. 2.5 is probably a decent amount of time. Perfect. All right, and I'm getting a stable dot, a good trigger press. You can see I'm not dipping the muzzle. I'm not cranking the gun back out or shooting before I'm at full extension. I am getting a good, legitimate trigger press, a good, legitimate sight picture on a small target. Obviously, it's close, but it's like a 2.5 inch target over there that I'm aiming for. And I know I'm hitting it, right? I know I'm not dipping. I know I'm hitting it. I know I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. Even when I increased or I took a half a second away from myself, knowing where I'm at, I'm still getting that. So I might actually turn it down after a couple more runs even further. That's fumbled the reload coming out, or the draw. I didn't fumble it, but could have been faster. Okay. That shirt's getting in the way. That's how you know these shirts are sized right, is that they're hanging low enough that they're not leaving my pockets open. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's do another one. Excellent. Excellent. So I'm going to probably sit here and do this 50 to 60 more times. So that I can burn in accessing that magazine, not getting too flustered on the reload, and still breaking that good, solid shot when I come back out with a good grip and good fundamentals. Perfect. All right, a little fumble, that's okay. Again, that's why we're practicing. Every time I mess up, I'll talk about it. That one was good. That's why we practice, because that's the results we get when we practice. I thought I was going to mess that one up because I was talking crap. You know what happens, if you guys notice, when I'm talking, right when the beep goes, when I'm talking, that's when I mess up my draw or I mess something up. And that, you know, shows us that you can only process so much stuff, right, when you're doing these drills or when you're fighting or when you're shooting. So the more stuff there is to process, the more your stuff that you're doing needs to be automated. So your shooting needs to be automated, your trigger press, finding your sights, all that stuff, that needs to be automated instead of having to think about it and do it on purpose, right? So let's do another one. Did you end up in the shot there, ninja military guy? Come up here. You want to come be on the video? Come over here. What do you got in your hands? Ninja stabbers? All right, why don't you stand right there, right? And everybody can look at how cute you are, and I'll do a reload. Okay, you ready? All right, don't move. Distracted me with your ninja stabbers. All right, let's do another one.
They're swords.
Okay, swords.
They don't stab, they're swords.
They don't stab?
No.
I'm pretty sure those things stab, but that's up to you how you want to use them. I'm not an edged weapons expert.
Oh, you dropped the thing.
I know, I'm doing reloads. All right, so that's going to be the dry fire reload drill that I was working today. Like I said, there's ways to do it. There's ways to get faster and to chase part time and stuff like that. But one of the things that happens a lot is people will chase that part time, and then, like I said, they get a bad grip on the way out. Doesn't work out. They don't shoot well after the reload. So this drill will help us shoot well after the reload. So what you're focusing on is, yes, banging that reload and doing it the right way, but you're focused on presenting the gun properly, having a good grip, and getting a good trigger press on the way back out. Does that make sense? All right, cool, guys. Remember, victory loves preparation.